going to do a couple more songs. We're going to turn Jeff and Sheri loose. But I hired us a band for this next song. Come on, Jeff. Get your crew. Come on, bring them on, brother.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be interesting. Hey, while they're getting up here getting ready, just for my sake, how many of y'all, I don't know how you found out about the concert, okay? BTN, how many seen it on BTN? You? How'd y'all find out about it? Oh, you was here when LaFevers was here. Who else heard about it in another way? Facebook. Private message. The Easter's website. There you go. That's a good one. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this where everybody knows. You can go to Woods Chapel's Facebook page, okay? And I try to put everything on there that we're doing here to let everybody know. That's right. If you come every Sunday morning, you'll know. That's right, brother. If you don't have a home church, we'll just plug this one. Amen.
You ready?
I am ready.
Hit it, Junior. 1, 2.
Mary and Martha. watched their brother die. They waited for Jesus and he did not come. They wondered why. The death watch was over, buried for days. Somebody said he'll soon be here. The Lord's on his way. Martha ran to him, and then she cried, Lord, if you had been here, you could have healed him. He'd still be alive. But you're 4 days late, and all hope is gone. Lord, we don't understand why you waited so long. But his way is God's way, not yours or mine. And isn't it great when he's 4 days late, he's still on time. Jesus said, Martha, show me the grave. But she said, Lord, you don't understand. He's been dead 4 days. The gravestone was rolled back. Then Jesus cried, Lazarus, come forth. Then somebody said, he's alive, he's alive. You might be fighting a battle of fear. You've cried to the Lord, I need you now. It has not appeared. Friend, don't be discouraged, 'cause he's still the same. He'll soon be here. He'll roll back the stone and he'll call out your name. He's 4 days late, and all hope is gone. Lord, we don't understand why you waited so long. His way is God's way, not yours or mine. And isn't it great when he's 4 days late, he's still on time. Oh my God, it's great when he's 4 days late, he's still on time. He's still on
Let's give the Lord a hand clap of praise tonight. Amen. He's the one that deserves the praise tonight. Let's give it to him, church. Let's give it to him. Amen. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. God's so good, but he's always on time. Amen. As Miss Sheri and Miss Morgan make their way down here. You know, I know you probably don't ever get introduced first, do you? It's always Jeff and Sheri, right? Would y'all make welcome Morgan and Jeff and Sheri Easter.
How's everybody tonight? Oh, it's good to be here with you. Arkansas.
I'm just crazy sometimes. If you never had such a not even who could have ever guessed that when Jesus broke and rested, hi, it's so nice to be here. Oh, there I am. Yay. Now let's do it again. Take two.
Make welcome Morgan and Jeff and Sheri.
by this fishing boat. Wonder who could have ever guessed it, that when Jesus broke and blessed it, thousands were fed.
Believing I'd never get along, I stood at the foot of what felt like Mount Everest, knowing I'd have the strength for the climb. But it's through every trial, each test and temptation, one thing is sure every time.
What he says you will do. Well, I'd simply say every battle has taught me there's nothing he won't help me through. So why should I dwell on the hardships and struggles when I look just beyond them? I see the way this will end is with great celebration. And deep in my
over and over, again and again through it all. But He's made me able to stand and survive, to come through the light when it sure looked like I couldn't win. Jesus is with me, so I'll claim the victory over and over again. Stand and survive, to come through the light when it sure looked like I couldn't win. Jesus is with me, so I'll claim the victory. Over and over, over and over, over and over It is good to be with y'all in Arkansas tonight. One thing I love about coming to Arkansas, I get a room full of people talk like I do. It's going to be a good night. I don't need no interpreter tonight. Y'all understand every word. We are Jeff and Sheri. Just celebrated June the 18th, our 32nd wedding anniversary. And I'm glad to see Sheri in her heels tonight. You know, last year, right after Christmas, she had ankle surgery. She came on stage in tennis shoes a couple of times.
Yeah, well, actually, I was in tennis shoes maybe 3 months or maybe 3 or 4 months. It was a tough situation. I went in for a very simple trigger finger surgery. I'd had it before. It was kind of bothering me in the office. I went in knowing that I'd be out, in and out. A couple of weeks' time, I'd be back to my old self. And so I scheduled the surgery. And when I went in for my pre-op appointment, my doctor talked me into an ankle surgery with a chronic ankle issue I've been having for years. He basically said to me, because I said, you know, how's 2 surgeries in one day going to go? And his words to me were, ain't going to be that big of a deal. You going to be in a cast and some crutches and a cam boot. Ain't that big of a deal. He lied. It was a really big deal. It was really hard. I'd never done crutches before. I used to think in high school, you know, all the athletes on crutches, and they looked like they were just running and jumping and skipping. No running and jumping and skipping for this chick at 53, right? I barely could get over across the room, you know, and back. So the first couple of weeks I was in a wheelchair for my dates because, you know, it was kind of a long way to get to the auditorium or whatever. And my sweet husband, who is a servant by nature. He is seriously one of the most kind and generous caregivers that I have ever known. But he gets easily distracted. And he parked me in the wheelchair on a hill without the brake twice.
I said, watch this. Hey y'all, she got in the car, this hand was bandaged up, this foot was bandaged up. We got about a mile away from the hospital. She looks at me, she was crying. She said, I'm just falling apart. Y'all, when she said she was falling apart, I thought of a song I hadn't sang since I was in the 6th grade. And when I was in the 6th grade, they let me host a hee-haw show. I was the host, and my 6th grade class was a cast, so I sang to it. You pulled off your peg leg, your wig, and your glass eye. You were surprised by the look on my face. I wanted to love and hug you and kiss you, but you were scattered all over the place. Y'all ain't been in church your whole life, have you?
Oh, my favorite part is the blank stares on the kids under 25. What is this anthem? I know nothing of.
I love this song. Y'all help us out. We're going to do some Christmas songs for y'all tonight. This is one Sheri wrote a few years back.
night, starry night, something to shout about. Angels with good news delight, something to shout about. A baby born in Bethlehem, something to shout about. He's on the road for me, something to shout about. Something good to shout about. Christ has come to save the lost from sin, take us out. Something to shout about, in our first Christmas day. Something to shout about, wise men traveled from afar. Something to shout about, traveling by the light of the star. Something to shout about, something good to shout about. Christ has come to save the lost from sin, take us out. Something to shout about. Something to shout about. I have good news to bring. Salvation through the newborn King. Well, something good to shout about. Christ has come to save the lost from sin, take us out.
Morgan Easter as she sings the song. Dedicate this to all you mamas out there.
People always say I have a laugh like my mother does. I guess that makes sense. She taught me how to smile when things get rough. And I've got her spirit, and she's always got my back. And when I look at her, I think I wanna be just like that. When I love, I give it all I got, like my mother does. She can walk away when she's had enough. She sees everybody for who they myself like my mother does. She's a rock, she is grace, she's an angel, she's my heart and soul, and she does it all. When I love, I give it all I got, like my mother does. And when I'm scared, I bow my head and pray, like my mother does. When I feel weak and I'm pretty, you know I'm beautiful and strong, because I see myself like my mother does. Like my mother does. I hear people saying I'm starting to look like my mother does.
And Morgan, back in September was voted, she was voted favorite young artist in Singing Youth Magazine. And about a month after that, she married her best friend. So she's a young newlywed. You want to know who her best friend is? He's back here on the drums. That's our little drummer boy. He's been playing drums for us for about 5 years, and about a year and a half ago, Morgan noticed him. She came to the back of the bus. She said, I think I'm attracted to Landon. All I can think is I'm going to get a free drummer out of the deal. But stand up, Landon. Some of them might not can see you back there. He got his lumberjack shirt on tonight. That's my son-in-law. But he ain't called me daddy yet. He will not call me dad. My son, I'm so proud to my son, but it's kind of scary to think about. That boy's going to be the father of my grandbaby one day. That's kind of scary right there, boy. Got $1 million smile and a $2 haircut. I'm just kidding. He didn't pay nothing for that haircut. You cut it, didn't you, Morgan? Morgan cuts his hair and just like, wow, just zip. Make them welcome, Landon and Morgan Easter Smith. And we're proud to have a very, very special guest on the stage with us. He did not leave the McCameys. The McCameys still have Eli back here. We got half of the McCameys band on stage with us tonight back here. Eli and his dad play, and of course Connie's his mom with the McCameys. And the McCameys are off for the rest of the year. And so when I saw it on Facebook, I said, Eli, you need to come out and pick and grin with us. And we're so glad he took me up on it. Would y'all give Eli for me?
Feels like to be single and traveling with our families on the road, no responsibility, and they take off for the holiday season and you're sitting there like, okay, now what can I do? So we decided that we would just let him come with us, and we've been having a good time, haven't we?
So far, with Anytime Fitness, I say we loosely because I stayed on the bus they went. Jared and Eli went there. So let's do an instrumental. I want to do that. And I want to introduce Jared to you. My cousin Jared has been with us for about 3 years now. He's a wonderful steel guitar player, mandolin player, banjo, guitar, piano, and he's got a brand new instrumental out there. Everybody needs to get one for Christmas. It's a Christmas CD with all these instruments, instrumental CD. And y'all like a steel guitar out here. I know I do. Let me tell you why I love a steel. If I get in the kind of mood like this right here, I can just go. He said, I love you till I die. And my favorite steel guitar break ever. When they want to see how true love should be, they'll just look it up. Make it right.
brought up on bluegrass gospel music. My family's the Lewis family, and his family's the Easter Brothers. And we learned a long time ago, it does not matter how dignified our audience, when the banjo comes out, a yee-haw is always right behind it somewhere. And we love it because it's happy music. It's music that encourages folks. And how many people in this room ever need just a little bit of encouragement? Amen. I was telling an audience a few weeks ago, I said, I get on my Facebook, and some days it's just hard just to read so many people going through such terrible circumstances. And a lot of people that I pray for, and it's just kind of a tough situation. And then it just seems like the rest of them are just angry. I don't know why. They're just mad, and anger and pain and hurt and depression and oppression, and all these things can just beat you down to where it's really tough to get through a holiday season. I always thought of the holidays as the greatest time of the year. This is wonderful. It's Christmas, the lights, everything is beautiful. But the hardest thing about Christmas is that the seasons and cycles of life do not stop just because it's Christmas. And some people are going through the most difficult days of their lives at Christmas. And it makes it very, very hard. My sister-in-law right now is right in the middle of chemotherapy for breast cancer, and it's a hard thing to go through right here at the Christmas holidays. I am 9 years cancer-free, praise God, from breast cancer, and I'm very, very grateful, but I will never forget December the 7th in 2008. I was going through chemo, and it was a tough week. It was a hard thing for us to face. So I always try to choose my songs very carefully during the holiday season because I want to be an encouragement to folks. And if I could leave you with a message today, it is to appreciate today. Treat it like the gift that it is, because it is a blessing to be above ground today. It is a blessing to be breathing in and out and to share a smile. Can you smile? Can you smile at me? Smile at me, right? Smile. Give me a big one. Give me a look at there. Do you know how blessed you are to be able to do that? So just remember it. Carry it with you through the holiday seasons. I want to do a song for you from what we're having a hard time trying to figure out what to call it. We have a new old album. It's an album that's only about 3 weeks old. Only been out 20-something days. But it's full of old songs, and this was one of my favorites. But I want to share with you a devotion just before I do. I've been thinking lately about the brevity of life. We buried 2 family friends this week, both with seemingly a lot more life to live, much too young to die. Time is a precious commodity, and sometimes we are so guilty of assuming it is ours to do with what we like. Oh, it may be for an hour or two, maybe even a week or so, but at some point in life, we realize that time is not ours to control. We can choose to spend our time wisely, living every moment in love and service to God and others, living with purpose, or we could waste the moments thinking there will be an infinite supply. In this life, there won't be. As my friend Mark Lowry says, statistically, 1 out of 1 die. The Bible states that it is appointed unto every man to die, and then after that, the judgment. As hard as it is to accept, this life will one day end for all of us. So make every moment count. Live your life fully with gratitude, love from the depths of your heart. Daily share a smile, a hug, or a simple touch of your hand with someone who needs it. Don't obsess over things out of your control. Live your life knowing the one who is in control and rest in his care. This one moment is all you truly possess. So celebrate it and live. Wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. There's no sickness, no toil or danger in that bright land to enjoy. my body rests beneath the sun. I'll drop this cross of self-denial and go singing home to God. 'Cause I know there to meet my Savior, to live with Him, no, just know it all. We go. Just home.
Sheri mentioned we were both raised picking and singing bluegrass, and the song I chose on his new CD, Doyle Austin and Quicksilver. He's like one of the greatest bluegrassers of all time. I love Doyle. And this song he probably did 35 years ago when I played bass guitar with Gold City Quartet back in right at the early 80s, yeah, right, 79, 80. We used to sit in front of the bus, Tim Riley, myself, and all of us, and listen to Doyle Austin and Quicksilver do this song. And so, I tell you what, Pastor, you put me on the spot a while ago. I'm going to have you come up here. I'm putting you on the spot. You probably never heard this song, but it don't matter. Get your microphone. You're going to sing bass on it. You know the fun thing about singing bluegrass, have you ever noticed, if you don't know the words, it don't matter. You ever notice? I'll head home in the morning, when I home, head home in the morning, will you be on the other side? So get next to Sheri and just watch her lips, or Jared either one read their lips, because that's going to be the lyrics to a song called See a Light. Here we go. Y'all put your hands together. We're on the sea of life, sailing to the dead home, where the saints of all the earth shall abide. Leaving all our trials here, any pleasures waiting there, when we cross the fog and reach the other side. she was singing on that second verse?
Sounded good, though, didn't it?
It sounded like it should. Are y'all happy tonight? Are y'all cheerful tonight? You know the Lord loves a cheerful giver tonight. Now me and Pastor Rick, we're taking from you grumpy people. We don't care.
Amen. I didn't know I could sing bluegrass. I get some of my guys to come help us with the offering tonight. The praise team, y'all come on while they're taking a quick break here, getting them breath. Getting on a swig of water or something. Yeah. Well, we got about half our praise team here. Y'all need to stand up? Yeah, stand up. Now reach right back here. Makes it easier, don't it? Well, you ladies get your purse while you sit down, okay? Listen, when these groups call, I tell you, we're fortunate to be able to get these groups to come through. And, you know, it takes a lot. You see the rig they're driving, what they're living in, running up and down the road, it takes a lot to operate. And, you know, if we want to keep having these groups keep coming through, we've got to help them out, okay? Because we can't pay them the big money, but we can help them. Amen? And let's give them a good love offering tonight. Every dime that you give goes to this group. And if you're going to write a check, make your checks payable to Jeff and Sheri Easter. Okay? Write your checks out to them. Because every dime is going to them. And let's bless them tonight with a good offering. Well, we can keep doing this, because if the groups can't get enough to stop, we can't keep doing this. If you want to keep trying to have these groups come through, we've got to bless them. Amen? Amen. Brother John has to bless them on the offering, brother.
Father, it's such an honor and privilege to have this group here tonight, God, that bring the Holy Spirit into this house. God, I pray as we prepare to give this love offering, that we do it in a spirit that's supportive of your work. They'll help them move on down the road, God, and share your message in other places. All these things I ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Everybody knows this old song. It's on the board. Y'all help us sing it. You sit down, stand up, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Once like a bird in prison I dwelt, no freedom from my sorrow I felt. But Jesus came and listened to me, and glory to God, He set me free. He set me free, yes, He set me free. He's all the bonds of prison for me. I'm Lord bound by Jesus to see. Oh, glory to God, He set me free. Now I am climbing higher each day. Darkness of night has drifted away. My feet are planted on higher ground, and glory to God.
Y'all sing loud, okay? I ain't hearing you very good. I know some of y'all got bigger mouths than that.
Sing the wondrous love of Jesus, sing His mercy and His grace. In the mansions bright and blessed, He'll prepare for us a place. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. While we walk the pilgrim pathway, clouds will overspread the sky. But when traveling days are over, not a shadow, not a sign. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. Let us then be true and faithful, trusting, serving every day. Just one glimpse of Him in glory will the toils of life repay. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. Onward to the prize before us, soon His beauty will behold. Soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus,
That's pretty sad. Come on. One more time. One more time. Now let's give the Lord another hand clap of praise. Amen. Thank you, Jeff, get them all lined out back there, brother.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why?
Y'all come on. Y'all make them welcome once again. Get your drink of water.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the offering. We appreciate you coming out and spending your evening with us. I think we just found out about this concert about 3 weeks ago, and we are so grateful to Pastor Dick and the entire church for having us come through, because we were booked last night in, help me out, baby, Paducah, Kentucky, and then we were going to Springdale, Arkansas, and that's tomorrow. And so this was a perfect routing for us. So we are so grateful that we got here. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that we do have our product set up in the back. And we set it up for one reason, and that's for you guys to take it home. I know a lot of you, how many of you seriously, I just want to see, have been to see Jeff and Sheri at some point in the last 33 years. Thank you so much for coming back and hearing Jeff's jokes again. And then for the rest of you, I know it's the rest, but how many of you have never seen us? You've never seen us before. Still trying to figure us out. I got you. I got you. Either way, we've got something back there that you can take home. And the reason I say that is even if you own everything that we have at our table, you can buy something and take it home to a friend. And we sure would appreciate it. And that friend can be encouraged by the gospel music that you give them. But our newest CD is called Sing It Again, and it has the Sea of Life on it, Wayfaring Stranger, 'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus, Sweet By and By, Keep on the Sunny Side, incredible songs on that CD. The CDs individually, you buy one, $15. But for those of you looking for a bargain, Morgan can point you to the rack that is any 3 of them for $30. So we'd love to encourage you to take that home as well. It gets you more music at even a better price. I've got 4 different books to choose from. The first one is called Hear My Heart, and it's basically a story of Jeff and Sheri with breast cancer sandwiched right in the middle of it. Because everybody wanted me to talk about what I went through with breast cancer, but I didn't want to write just a book about breast cancer. So it's kind of got everything in it. And then I wrote 3 devotions, 1, 2, and 3, volumes 1, 2, and 3. All of the books are $10 each, so you can get all 4 of them for $40. And then Jared, yes.
Jared, our steel guitar player, I mentioned he has a Christmas CD that you'll enjoy. He also has a regular CD with old hymns on it, and he has an instructional video that teaches you how to play guitar. If you've ever wanted to learn to play, it's only $20. You can watch it over and over, and before you go to bed tonight, you can be playing as good as Jared plays the guitar. But you might have to set up all night, but you'll be playing the guitar just like Jared.
It'd be a long night.
It'll be a long night.
And then Morgan, tell them about your CD.
I have a CD. It's really good. That's all I have to say.
Okay, and her husband, my son-in-law, called me Daddy. Come on. Y'all ask, why does he sell drumsticks? He sells drumsticks because he just got married, y'all. They're only $10. And you might say, well, I don't play the drums. That's okay. You can prop your window up with a drumstick. You can prop the hood of your car up with a drumstick.
Pop your husband over the head with the drumstick. I've never had that thought.
Honest, you're in church now. You ain't never thought about it.
Not a drumstick.
Maybe a frying pan. But anyway, please get Landon's drumsticks. They're only $10, y'all. You can get the drumsticks and let the kids play the pots and pans. And it helps feed my daughter back here. It is a good stocking stuff.
And do we have some of our t-shirts out? We have some incredible t-shirts that I love simply because in under 3 seconds you can give somebody the best news that they'll hear all day. It just simply says, Jesus loves you. And it's the really soft, new t-shirts that you'll find yourself wearing them all the time.
And Eli didn't bring any CD. He don't have it. He's got a Facebook page. It's incredible. You need to follow him because he's got great picking he does. So he don't have anything to sell, but if you want to shake his hand and slip a 10 or a 20 in there, because I ain't paying him nothing to be here. He's just here for fun. You didn't know that, did you? He thought he was getting paid all this time. All right, here we go. Let's do Christmas Memory. This is the song Sheri wrote for me. We're going to do some Christmas songs for y'all. Hey, Belinda.
Let's make a Christmas memory to last the whole year through. Let's take the time to share the love God's given me and you. We'll spend the entire holiday finding things to do to make this Christmas memory last the whole year through. We'll drive out to the country to slide the snow-capped hills. We'll make the funniest snowman while singing jingle bells, and we'll watch the pretty snowfall as it dances to the ground. Take lots of family pictures and then pass them all around. Let's make a Christmas memory to last the whole year through. Let's take some time to share the love God's given me and you. We'll spend the entire holiday
Another one, Sheri.
Sweet baby Jesus, born in a stable, there with his mother, father alone. Soon there were angels exclaiming the good news, announcing his birth as God's only Son. Soon there were shepherds wise men did follow the star many miles. The heavens proclaim this joyous occasion. Earth stood in silence, unaware of the child. Sweet baby Jesus, Lord of creation, giver of life, God's holy Lamb. Sweet baby Jesus has come to redeem us, the gift of his own birth in Bethlehem. We sing our praises to honor this baby who gives salvation to all who believe. He chose to die for all who receive him. Praise be to Jesus, now Lord and now King. Sweet baby Jesus, Lord of creation, giver of life, God's holy Lamb. Sweet baby Jesus has come to redeem us, the gift of his own birth in Bethlehem, the gift of his own birth in Bethlehem.
Now, I got a fun song I like to sing. Jared, y'all get your steel guitar ready. It's a song called Mili Kamaka Lili. Y'all know that Hawaiian song, you know, at Christmas? Did y'all find it on the internet back there? He's going to drop the words down here so y'all can see the words. So y'all.
We don't have words.
What?
Mele
Mili
Kalikimaka.
Kamiki Liki.
Kalikimaka.
Hey, Tiffany, you don't come up and help us on this here too. I got to tell you, let me tell you a funny story while she's coming to help us sing it. This is a Hawaiian song, okay? About 22 years ago, we went to Hawaii. We had a girl that babysat for us. She got us incredible deals on flights to Hawaii. They were so good. Our best friends are Karen Peck and her husband Ricky Goose. For years and years, they've been our best friends. So we called Karen and Ricky. I said, would y'all want to go to Hawaii? We got incredible deals. We will pay. We want y'all to go. We want to treat y'all to Hawaii. And Karen said, Jeff Easton, you know that's where Don Ho Don Ho was still alive, and he had a theater over there. And so she was all excited, and on the flight over there, she kept going, Don Ho, Jim, we might get to see Don Ho. She's waving at me. First thing I did when I got there, I booked Don Ho's theater. And when you walk in, Don Ho is out there autographing pictures as you walk in. And we walked up, I don't know if we have a special look or what, but Don looked at us and said, y'all look like entertainers or something. And Karen said, we sing gospel music, we're from Georgia. He says, I love gospel music, and that's about all it was said. I had to take Morgan, back then you were what, 2 years old? I took Morgan out to the bathroom so Sheri could enjoy Don Ho's show. So I went out to the bathroom. Y'all, when I came back in from the bathroom, on stage with Don Ho was Sheri and Karen. And Karen's back there going, all the people in the audience, and Karen's going, hey Jim! Don Ho, Jim, Don Ho! So we get up there and we sang Amazing Grace Trio. And right in the middle of Don did the whole thing. He let us sing it. And he said, now let me sing it to you in Hawaiian. And I didn't understand one word Don Ho said. But it was real tender, and it was real sweet, and it was Amazing Grace. I could tell by the melody. But right in the middle of that tender moment, Karen Pick says, I can't believe I'm on stage with Don Ho. So that's a true story. So in honor of Don, you got your mic? Where's your mic? Are you going to get with Morgan's? You don't want to sing it? I want you to sing it too, Morgan. Oh yeah, we're going to sing her Milika Makaliki. Yeah. Have you got it up there?
No, got it.
We're still trying to find
Put it up right there and watch this. I'll show you the word. Mili. That's what I said.
You said that?
It'll be even better. Oh no, not the song. I want to hear the word. Have you
We're
got
trying
the
to get
lyrics?
there. Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're going to play it. It's going to be we'll do a bluegrass version of it. Yeah, like I can see that too. Turn it sideways, it gets bigger. There you go.
You laugh, I can see it from here. I can't see it here, but I can see it there.
All right, we ready? Well, Millie is the song to sing and ride a white Christmas Day. That's the land we've got to sing to you in a land where palm trees sway. The end of the land will be green and bright, starlight and all the stars at night. Maka is a wise place to say Merry Christmas to you. Play that Hawaiian guitar. I don't know that Peg McCamey would approve of that, but hey.
We were with a friend of ours last night, and I said, you know that Jeff wasn't pretending not to know how to sing that song, right? And she said, of course. Jeff really, I mean, right now, if your life depended on it, what is it?
Miliki Maka Leaky is the song.
See?
It's got leaky in there.
No. Meleki Maka.
It's leaky, I heard it.
Oh, leaky.
Say it again.
You're putting it in the wrong place.
Yeah, but it's leaky. I do it again.
Meleki Maka.
But you said it fast, slow it down.
Meleki Maka.
Saliki Maka.
Oh.
Maliki Maka?
No.
What does it mean? Merry Christmas? Oh, it says it, don't it? It says it in the sign. Here's your sign. Hey, Pastor, where's your bass mic? I want to borrow you. Give me that bass mic. Come up here, Eli. 1, 2. This, yeah, with you. Come here, Eli. Eli, if you've ever watched the McCameys, Eli and his dad, they don't talk a lot, but they got a great, he does some singing with his mom and dad. But this song here is one that my dad and him wrote. And get over between Sheri and Morgan. You can't hardly mess this up, Eli. Eli don't have a whole lot to say, so I'm not going to give him a whole lot to say. But, so what we'll do, Eli, when Morgan taps you on the shoulder, you're going to go, Peter was a fireball. And then when Sheri taps you on this side, you're going to go, amen. Okay?
No, it's backwards.
Is it backwards?
It's backwards.
Okay, Morgan's amen?
I'm Peter was a fireball.
Okay, when Morgan taps you, it's amen. I thought she was first. Yeah, that's right. Morgan, you do amen. And Sheri that Peter. So test it. Hit him on that side, Morgan. Amen. No, louder than that. Amen. There you go. Now Peter, hit him, Sheri.
Peter was a fireball.
Yes.
Well, you got to sing it in the tune, not monotone. It's got to be bass. Peter was a fireball.
Peter was a fireball.
That's it. That's it. Now when old Peter walked this land, preaching the word of God, people got healed by the touch of his hand. When he preached the word of God, oh, Peter was a fireball. But on this earth he tried.
Peter was a fireball.
Amen. When he preached the word of God, oh, Peter was a fireball.
Amen.
But on this earth he tried.
Peter was a fireball.
Amen. When he preached the word of God. How's he doing so far, y'all? There's no end to that talent that boy has right now. Now when the Saul couldn't get to him, through the raging mob, he let his shadow cast on me. They were healed by the power of God. Oh, Peter was a fireball.
Amen.
But on this earth he tried.
Peter was a fireball.
Sheri didn't touch it. You don't do it for Sheri touches your arm. Or else Sheri is unnecessary up here. We don't want to do that.
Peter was a fireball.
When he preached the word of God, oh, Peter was a fireball.
Amen.
But on this earth he tried.
Peter was a fireball.
Amen. When he preached the word of God. Now when the Saul couldn't get to him, through the raging mob, he let his shadow cast on me. They were healed by the power of God. Oh, Peter was a fireball.
Hey, Peter was a fireball.
But you hesitated.
Peter was, amen.
Oh, Peter was a fireball.
Amen.
But on this earth he tried.
Peter was a fireball.
Amen. When he preached the word of God. Oh, Peter was a fireball.
Amen.
But on this earth he tried.
Fireball.
Amen. When he preached the word of God. It's so much fun. I got to tell you a funny story. On our bus, that didn't start out this way, but out here with the bus we travel in, we're just like a regular, ordinary family. Morgan, let's see, Morgan was a few years, that dog was 9 years old now. This boy broke up with Morgan.
Was 15
She was
years
15, and she came to the bus, and she was crying. This boy broke her heart. I went to her bunk, and she, Daddy, he just broke my heart. It's the worst day in the world.
He sent her a breakup letter.
Yeah, that was so sad. She was crying. I hate to see her this way, and I'm like, well, baby, what can I do to make it better? I don't know. I just don't know, Daddy. Maybe if you got me a puppy. She went from being in love to wanting a puppy, just like that. I got to thinking, what have I got to lose? I'm just trading one dog for another. Okay, so we got that dog. He's 9 years old now. He's a Maltese, beautiful Rigby. Y'all can see him at the end of the service. I'll let any of y'all take him out for a walk. He wants to walk. He loves to walk. His name is Rigby. And then our 12-year-old this year, for whatever reason, she fell in love with a green-cheeked conure. Parakeet. You know, it whistles the Andy Griffith theme and all that. We looked all over, finally in Richmond, Virginia. We went to a pet store and picked up a parakeet. Y'all, that bird don't like Eli. Eli said that bird don't make funny noises, but every time Eli gets around, it makes funny noises. Eli says the bird don't like him. No. And then Morgan, for her wedding gift, she and Landon got a labradoodle. A golden doodle. It's a golden doodle. It's a dog about this big.
It's like a horse.
Yeah, but he's going to get like this big. And so we keep him on the bus as long as we can. Her name is Phoebe. So Mark Lowry said we are a rolling Noah's Ark right now. And that son-in-law, the smell he's got, you know, when he don't smell like. That's not even funny. Landon is so clean.
So particular.
Why did I say that?
I don't know.
No, I was talking about Landon. I thought it'd be funny and what it was, but it wasn't funny.
Jared said, have you told him your cat story yet?
Oh, my
now
cat.
That one's incredibly funny.
See, one thing, what are you talking about? Don't cut your mic off. Then she can't talk. Say something, man. Every man in the room wishes he had a button like that.
Nobody's watching you. No, it's funny.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay, this is a true story. The fun thing about these concerts, we get to take our time and y'all get to have a funny story. True stories are the funniest stories. Mark Lowry called me over Thanksgiving. He said, you got to tell my brother the cat story. And I was bored one night on a cruise, but they put us on like at midnight, so I thought about this story. It's a true story. We had a cat. Davy Phelps gave us a cat. We still have the cat. He's 15 years old. His name is Puddin'. When David gave us the cat, they told us it was a girl, so we named it Puddin'. We found out later it was a boy cat. His name is still Puddin'. He's got a complex. But anyway, Puddin' is still with us today, but I got to tell y'all, when he was 10 weeks old, we found out it's a boy cat. Sheri said, would you mind dropping the cat off and getting that cat neutered at the vet? I said, well, I'll do that. Don't mind at all. So I take the cat to the vet's office to get it neutered. I drop it off and I'm ready to walk out, and the nurse said, no, Mr. Easter, you got to fill out all this paperwork. I said, no, ma'am, I don't do paperwork. I don't spell good. I don't read good. I let Sheri do all that. And I go, no, I can help you. Just ask me anything you need to know. I'll help you. So I'm filling out the paperwork. It said name. I said, Jeff. And then it said pet's name. I said, Puddin'. Ma'am, how you spell Puddin'? She told me how to spell Puddin'. And I filled out my address, and then I looked down there, and it had a word I didn't have a clue what it meant. I said, ma'am, what's that word right there? She said, that's euthanized. I said, I don't know what that means. She said, oh, it means put your cat to sleep. So I just got to thinking, if I was going to have that surgery, I'd want to be put to sleep. So I said, yeah, $15, put that boy to sleep. This ain't no joke, y'all, true story. I left the vet's office, I got home, and the vet's office called Sheri and said, what is wrong with this cat? And Sheri said, ain't that, it's a new kitty cat, it's a gray cat. I said, yeah, 10 weeks old. I said, well, Jeff just signed to have his cat euthanized. Sheri looks at me and said, do you not know what euthanize means? I said, yeah, it means put your cat to sleep. She said, no, it means kill your cat. I said, well, they should have said kill your cat. So the word of the day is euthanize. That means adios kitty cat. So, I told that story last week. week, and that cat is 15. He still can get on top of my car. I go out to the carport, and he leaves prizes on my hood, if you know what I mean. He does his business on the, not the hood, the sunroof of my car, just so I can see it every morning when I walk out. And I asked somebody, serious, what can you do to get a cat quit doing that on the car? The guy hollered out, euthanize. Bet y'all didn't think y'all'd hear that tonight,
He's a precious.
He is a precious cat.
He is. We think he's a part of the cat mafia or something. You know, he'll come home one weekend without an ear, with half his ears torn off, his eyes so shoved up and torn and re-sewn that he can't even close his eye. But he's tough.
Yeah.
We don't have lizards and mice and
Be a cat named Puddin'. Remind me of that Johnny Cash song, A Boy Named Sue. All right, my mind started wandering there.
Jeff Easter's got a mind just like lightning. One strike and it's gone.
Hey, why don't we, it's only, man, it's already 15 till 9. In Georgia. See, I live in Georgia, y'all. I'm on Eastern time. See, I'm on Eastern time. You know the Lord's going to split the eastern sky, is that right? See, he's going to come, y'all going to have to wait an hour. You can preach on that. Hey, request time. Who's got a song you want to hear you ain't heard? All right, let's see if we remember that. What can you see? This will be good, Eli. Let's see. You just play any way you want to, Eli. It's the only song that our son-in-law has an intro to, so y'all listen closely. I've been there, I've done that. You know it wasn't long ago, man, I thought I was strong. Living my life out on my own until my strength was gone. Free as a feather in a foolish wind, I go anywhere it blew. But the storms of life left me with nothing to hold on to. I've been there, I've done that, and I ain't ever going back. I've walked through salvation's door, and there's nothing worth returning for. I'll never live that life again. No, I'm never going back. No way. I've been there, I've done that. This world can take a trusting heart and crush you until it breaks. But I have found the shelter of the Father's arms to stay. Where you could offer me this whole wide world and let me please stay. But I'll just smile and wave goodbye, and then you'll hear me say, I've been there, I've done that, and I ain't ever going back. I walked through salvation's door, and there's nothing worth returning for. I'll never live that life again. No, I'm never going back. No way. I've been there, I've done that. Y'all help me now, here we go. I've been there, I've done that, and I ain't ever going back. I walked through salvation's door, there's nothing worth returning for. I'll never live that life again. No, I'm never going back. No way. I've been there, I've done that, and no way. I've been there, I've done that. Anybody else got a song? Which one? Praise his name.
And your mountain seems so tall, and you realize life's not always fair. when everything goes wrong. Praise His name. And when you have a broken heart, raise your hands and say, Lord, you're all I need. You're everything to me, and you take the pain away. And when it seems you're all alone, praise His name. And when you feel you can't go on, just raise your hands and say, greater is that is within me. You can praise the hurt away. Praise His name. So how can you be lonely? Everything goes out. Praise His name. When you have a broken heart, raise your hands and say, Lord, you're all I need. You're everything to me, and you take the pain away. When it seems you're alone, praise His name. And when you feel you can't go on, praise His name and say, greater is He that is within me. You can praise the hurt away. Greater is He that is within me. Praise the hurt away. You just praise His name.
And I heard Going Away Party. I love this song here. It just simply says, if we believe what we sang, what we preach, what we've been taught, this old world's not our home. We're only passing through. For all our loved ones going on before us, a funeral service shouldn't be nothing more than a going away party. Now sure, we're going to miss them, but let's think about them in the presence of the Lord. I love this song. So every time I sing this song, I want to create a party atmosphere. I want you to holler, whistle, scream. I'm going to try you out right now. Party! Oh, come on, you raise your backs. Party! Born in 1900, she had shared a hard time. And at the age of 15, she met the love of her life. song one night, and a lady came to our CD table on a walker. She said, "This tree. Now, were you saying party or potty?" Can't make this stuff up, y'all. One woman said, "You putting on some weight, ain't you, Jeff?" I said, "Well, you see me on them videos, you know, a camera will add 10 pounds to you." She said, "How many cameras you got on you?" But this is my favorite. What, about 3 years ago, this woman come up, and I was big as I'd ever been, y'all. I mean, I knew I was overweight. I didn't need nobody to tell me that I was overweight. I seen myself without my shirt on. I know what I look like. But some people, that's what they do, is tell you that's their ministry. They come around and minister to you about your weight. Pastor, I'm sure you've had people minister to you about your weight. This woman walked up, y'all, I never laid eyes on this woman. Never laid eyes on her. She walks up to my CD table, reaches out, the day that I knew I was overweight, reached out, started rubbing and touching my belly, just looking at me. First thing I thought, man, what will Jesus do? So I reached out there and rubbed her belly back. Y'all, her belly was bigger than mine, telling me how big my belly was. I got on stage and told Sheri, "You better watch it, there's a belly rubber out there. She'll get you."
Oh, I wish I could say that was a joke. It's a true story.
She acted like she got offended because I rubbed her belly back. If you don't your belly rub, don't rub mine, okay? I thought that's the way she said, "Hello, hello, how you doing?" "I'm good." It has been fun, and I love making people laugh because it does good like a medicine. You know what that means? Some of you laughed harder tonight than you've laughed in a long time. And like Sheri said, most of the funniest stuff are true stories that's happened to me. And but this is a story I love to tell. Most of you folks have sang this song your whole life, had no idea where it came from. But I love to tell it because Sheri said earlier, there's a lot of people going through some hard times at Christmas, and you have some loved ones that may be locked up in jail tonight, and you love them so much, you're praying for them to get on the right path. And you've got loved ones that you've lost that's not going to be with you this Christmas, and it's hard times. But I'm here to tell you about my daddy. My daddy is 85 years old, been preaching since 76. He's 85 and he thinks he's 30. If you get to meet my daddy, he's still going strong. He wrote this song called "Thank You, Lord, for Your Blessings on Me" back in the 60s. But that ain't the whole story. When Daddy, the first time he ever heard the good news of Jesus, he was in a prison cell in the Halifax County Central Prison, and a preacher brought his whole congregation in there. And Daddy said that preacher got up. It's a preacher called C.S. Grogan. He wrote the song "Jesus Signed My Pardon." And Daddy said he wrote that song while witnessing to the inmates. Daddy didn't know anything about church. He said the only time he went to church was for funerals or weddings. But said the preacher got up. Daddy said the preacher didn't tell me how mean I'd been. I knew that. He said he didn't tell me how long my hair was. He said he just got up and says, "I know somebody that loves you, and they'll call you by your name and not that number on your shirt." And Daddy, having no idea who he was talking about, looked at his buddy and said, "That man must know my mama." He knew Grandma Easter never gave up on him. Grandma Easter was always there for him. He said, "No, James, he's talking about Jesus." And Daddy's like, "Well, who's Jesus?" And that preacher witnessed to Daddy that day. And when he got out, my dad met my mom, went to a little country church, gave his heart to the Lord. And I said it many times. I was talking to this lady here earlier. I was raised in a junkyard. That's no joke. My mama's daddy was a junkyard dealer. And I love being raised in a junkyard because you can play down there all day and not tear nothing up. But that's where Daddy, when Mom and Daddy got married, they lived in an old two-room shack. It was literally a place where Grandpa stored his old motors and transmissions. They took all that out, painted it up, fixed it up. And Daddy said you could see the stars at night through that old roof. But this is where he was living when he wrote this beautiful song. While the world looks upon me as I struggle along, they say I have nothing, but they are so wrong. In my heart I'm rejoicing, how I wish they could see. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. Is anybody blessed tonight? They're good.
clothes, they're not new. I don't have much money, but Lord, I have you, and that's all that matters. Though the world may not see. Thank you, Lord, for your blessing on me.
Would y'all stand and help us sing? There's a roof up above.
There's a roof up above.
Good place to sleep.
Got a good place to sleep.
Food on my table.
There's food on my
Shoes on
table
my feet.
and shoes on my
You gave me
feet.
love,
You
Lord.
gave me your love, Lord, and a fine family. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me.
Now let us hear y'all sing. There's a roof up above. I'm a good place to sleep. Food on my table. Shoes on my feet. You gave me your love, Lord. And a fine family. Pastor Rick, would you come?
How many of you tonight are thankful for that roof above your head? Thankful that when you leave here, you can go home and lay down in that bed. There's so many people out in this world that's living under bridges and a lot of other places that needs our help. And we can pray. And man, we may not be able to do anything else at this moment, but we can pray. I'm so thankful that the Lord has blessed me. Brother Jeff, we sing that song a lot here in this church. We like that song. It's such a blessing to us. You know, the Lord has blessed me so much over the years, and I know He's blessed you. But you know, I made a promise to the Lord when I started pastoring that I would never fail to give an invitation. And tonight I'm going to do that. With this many people here in this building. You know, I'm not saying, and I hope and I pray that everyone here is saved and on their way to heaven. I hope and I pray that you are. But if you're not, this altar is open for you to come, to give your life to the Lord. I will meet you there. Jesus Christ will meet you there. Maybe you're here tonight and you just need lifted up. Maybe you're discouraged. Like Brother Jeff said and Sister Sheri said, this is a holiday that's sad for a lot of people for the fact of we've lost loved ones, we're going through things, we're discouraged. But you know, my Bible tells me that God is never going to leave me. He's never going to forsake me. He's always going to be there when I'm going through a trial. So if you're discouraged and you're going through a trial, give it to Him. Let Him handle it. You've tried yourself and you can't do it. You've messed it up, made it even worse. So now give it to Him and let Him handle it. I'm going to ask them if they would to sing that last verse again. And as they do, I want to give you the invitation to come tonight. If you just need to come and pray, maybe you've got loved ones that's lost that you just need to pray for and ask the Lord to just convict them. That the Holy Spirit would move upon them. That they would give their life to the Lord before it's too late. Church, let me tell you something. This old world is not going to last much longer. All you have to do is turn on your TV and look at the mess that's going on. The immorality that we are seeing across this nation. God's not going to put up with it much longer. Things that are happening right now is prophecy being fulfilled. Prophecy being fulfilled. Well, Brother Jeff, I don't care whether he hits Georgia before he hits Arkansas. At least I know I'm going. Amen? I know I'm going. As they do this last verse, this altar is open for you tonight. Would you come as they sing?
Clothes they're not new, and I don't have much money, but Lord, I have you, and that's all that matters. The world may not see. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings.
You might just want to come up and pray with these folks. Come right on.
There's a roof up above me, and I've a good place to sleep. There's food on my table, and shoes on my feet. You gave me your love, Lord, and a fine family. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me.
Sing it with us again. There's a roof up above.
There's a roof up above me, and I've a good place to sleep. There's food on my table, and shoes on my feet. You gave me your love, Lord, and a fine family. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me.
Y'all had a good night tonight. I'm a firm believer that things just don't happen. You know, you guys spent your Saturday night with us. Y'all could have been hanging out at Walmart. You know. Eli, where'd Eli go? Right here. He was there this morning. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm sitting here at Walmart watching people go by. So that's pretty entertaining sometimes, ain't it? Just go there. But thank y'all for spending your night with us. And please go pick up a CD. Seriously, we don't need your money, but the people we owe need your money. So, you like that one, don't you? But seriously, come out and visit with us and get some product, take it home. And so, y'all do your Christmas shopping tonight. We'll do our Christmas shopping Monday.
One more time, let's give the Lord a hand clap. Amen. You know, I was thinking over here a while ago, and I know a lot of you, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I know a lot of you go across the road over here to the country show. But ain't this much better? You know, we go over there to get entertained, and we come here and get blessed. Amen, and to give praise to the Lord. And we're going to do that. If you don't have a home church, Woods Chapel would be glad to have you. But if you do have a home church, be there in the morning. Okay? Be there in the morning. And you two men or women over here, you better be there. Because y'all need it. Y'all was acting up a while ago. I seen you.
I believe so.
Hey, we appreciate you coming. Watch our Facebook page. I don't have nobody else booked right now, but if I do, I'll get her on there, okay? Appreciate y'all coming. Y'all help us support this, and we'll keep trying to do it. Amen? Brother Michael Shane, brother, dismiss us in a word of prayer.
Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this time that we have together in your house, Lord. Through this day and say, Lord, just thank you for them, blessings that they did, blessings for us, and share your word and song tonight. Lord, I pray that you would go with us now as we leave this home, Lord, watch over us, and save us and have us to our individual places. Lord, just bring us, keep us back to the place of worship. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Take care.